you're moving from another state and you're not quite ready to buy a house and you want to rent and check out the location, this is the place for you. You can get the SEPTA R5 line and get into Philly for a commute. You can even take the Amtrak train and get into New York City for a 9 a.m. meeting if you need it. Everything is really accessible within that 1 mile radius, and you really don't have to go too far. This area has grown into a shopping mecca. Nestled in this suburban growth that the Philadelphia area has seen in the last couple of decades is a town called Exton. I believe it's certainly one of the top 6 suburbs. Once you go past the mainline suburbs of Philly, this is one of the top 6 suburbs of Philadelphia that you want to live in. If you're thinking of moving to Exton, this is the video for you. And I'll share with you the reasons why I think it is one of the best. I kind of feel that it is the perfect blend of suburban tranquility and urban accessibility. So for folks who are moving from the city towards the suburbs, if you're worried about that balance between, suburbs and urban areas, this one might be for you. So wait till you hear my 6 reasons. And folks, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a local realtor. I talk about all things real estate and I talk about my area. I have lived here for 28 years and I know this area very well and been a realtor for 14 of them. So when I first moved here, there was a sign in Exton that says Village of Exton. Well, it's not quite a village anymore, and let me share without further ado my 6 reasons. And because I always have to talk about local neighborhoods, stay tuned towards the end of the video because I will share some of my favorite neighborhoods in the area as well. So what makes this an urban accessible thing is the location. As a realtor, I always talk about location. Real estate is always location, location, location. And so what do I like about this location for Exton, PA? First of all, we have access to all the public transportation systems here. So you can get the SEPTA R5 line and get into Philly for a commute. You can even take the Amtrak train and get into New York City for a 9 a.m. meeting if you needed to. The Northeast is kind of accessible through the train system. The major arteries are also there. Exton is actually situated in northern Chester County at the intersection of Route 130. One piece about the urban accessibility that I like a lot about Exton is all the rental communities we have in the area. There's so many different types of rental communities to choose from. If you're moving from somewhere and you're moving from another state and you're not quite ready to buy a house and you want to rent and check out the location, this is the place for you. Find some rentals in the Exton area and take your time and figure out where you really want to be. There is the Thomas Meeting Apartments. There are some of the older communities, Caldwell Apartments. Thomas Meeting is like the 2-story townhomes with a tiny little even backyard patio space where you can put a little grill. There is the Point in Downingtown. It is one of the newer communities right next to the Whole Foods, so you could literally walk to the Whole Foods. They all have parking facilities. They have these fabulous gyms and some of them have swimming pools. So the Point is actually a newer facility and so much younger building, and people love it over there. There is the Ash Bridge in the main street at Exton. Oh my goodness, if you saw this facility, it has these wall of glass windows and it has this indoor pool. Some of these newer communities have happy hours and a lot of engagement with amongst their residents. So you could engage if you want to. You don't want to engage, you don't have to, but there are these opportunities. I know somebody who lives in one of these communities and they absolutely love it. And some welcome your pets, your dogs. Some take only dogs, some take only cats. So, please find out about the rentals first. But Keva Flats, that is a local builder, Hankin. When, the other thing is my office is right there next to, in Exton, next to the Keva Flats. And everybody kept asking us, why are there all these rental communities coming up over here? Who's going to live in them? So the locals didn't realize the potential of Exton itself when the developers did, and the rental communities that came up, they're all full now. And it's amazing how much our population has grown in this area. So all these rental communities have 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom condos that go upwards of $2,500 a month. It's very much in demand, and it's a great place to be because you have easy walkable accessibility to a lot of things in that area. We talk about urban accessibility, and this is what I mean. Apart from the roads, the trains, and accessibility for work commutes, all your after work activities or after school activities are also in that 1 square mile area where Exton is situated, more or less. So there's anything that you want to do outside of work is possible there. You want to grab a quick drink at a local bar with a friend. There is Pour House and beer gardens and other restaurants. I'll do another video on all the restaurants and places to eat. If you'd like to hear more about the Philly suburbs, please subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. I will keep making more videos. If you have any recommendations, please put them in the comments. So you want to grab a drink, you want to grab some quick lunch or dinner from Honey Grove or Chipotle, that is possible. You want to go to a Whole Foods and pick up your groceries for a proper meal, that's possible too. You have a nail salon over there or a movie tavern for your entertainment needs. There's a wine and paint kind of place in the main street at Exton. Shopping. So you could drop a kid off at the Taekwondo class or a Kumon or a math class and then run in and get something from Target. So everything is really accessible within that 1 mile radius, and you really don't have to go too far. So I love the fact that that is time saving and helps the modern living as we are constantly running around and trying to get so much done within our time here. So location is certainly one of the criteria why people move to a certain area or live in a certain area, and Exton, PA qualifies, with location. Another reason why the location is important is the schools here. We see a lot of movement from the city to the suburbs for the school districts. We also see movement from New York City or New Jersey towards our area because of the good schools that we have in our area. So this Exton, PA, in terms of location, is the 19341 zip code, and that zip code has 3 different school districts. You could be in Great Valley schools, you could be in Westchester schools, or you could be in Downingtown schools. So all 3 school districts do very well, and that is one of the main reasons why people move here. So Exton, PA ranks high on that respect as well. Another way to look at location is the shopping and accessibility. This area has grown into a shopping mecca. You have all the important chain stores that you would want. I often get my buyers asking me, is there a Whole Foods? Is there a Trader Joe's nearby? Is there a Costco? So these are all not too far away. Whole Foods is right in Exton at the intersection of 130. There's a Target nearby. There's a whole main street at Exton where you could have all your big box retailers like the Barnes & Noble, Old Navy, and all of those stores are available. So King of Prussia, which is the largest mall along, the East Coast, one of the largest ones, that is only about 20 minutes away. So Exton can take care of all your shopping needs. Another thing that Exton is known for is accessibility to all your other facilities, like, your nail salons or your children's after school activities, or the places you would want to go to. Like, for example, you drop your kid off at a Taekwondo class and then run into Target or pick up dinner from a quick local restaurant, or do a quick grocery run at the local Giant. So it is very convenient to access all these locations within a small square mile area, and makes for a very convenient living over here. You're currently looking at a home that I sold recently. It is a gorgeous setting. I called it my tree house in Exton. Yes, this is Exton, PA. I talked a lot about the urban accessibility just a little while ago, but here are some of my favorite neighborhoods in the Exton area. One of the homes I sold happened to be on St. Anne's Lane. It's a dear friend who bought this gorgeous home. Look at the wall of windows, bringing the outdoors in. The place was surrounded with mature trees. It felt like a tree house. They had 3 different decks on the property, and a lot of wood, and it is just gorgeous. You would imagine such a setting to be way out in the boonies, but this is literally 5 minutes from down the main Exton area. what a great place to be, where you're in tranquil, nature is your backyard, and you still have accessibility to everything else that I was talking about earlier. Speaking of Chester County Library, it is one of the local gems, and if you want to learn more about some other local gems in the area, I have a playlist. Please do click on it. It's in the description below. You will learn about all the other cool places to visit and things to do in the Philly suburbs. I keep talking about those. So speaking of communities, Evian is one of my favorite communities in Exton, PA. We have all this Exton's conveniences within a 5-minute drive from this community. The reason I like it is, first of all, the accessibility to everything. It is an older, mature community back in the days when they didn't try to maximize every square inch of land and build on it. So there is some elbow room. Yes, there are rows and rows of townhomes, but there's a lot of open spaces as well, so you don't feel as cramped. And the trees are mature and the place looks gorgeous in spring and fall. If you're looking to know more about local communities, I have a whole playlist of local neighborhoods. Check out my video on Evian and you'll know what I mean. So these are the reasons why I'm so enthusiastic and excited about Exton, PA, one of the best Philly suburbs, one of the top places to live in suburban Philadelphia. If you want to learn more about local services, please check out my playlist.